How are we doing, everyone? Mr. Howie here, and it's time for another Genshin Impact character dive. Today's subject, Kujou Sara. Let's begin. As usual, we'll start with our character's name. First off, we'll start with Sara's last name of Kujou, which is written like this. Now, her name's a bit weird because the first part of her last name, written with this kanji, means 9, and the second part of her name, written like this, means article or clause, which is kind of strange, because together they mean something like 9 articles or 9 clauses. However, I'm not entirely sure why they would pick this, aside from maybe a reference to how she likes to follow the rules, because a clause could be a type of rule or regulation. However, her first name of Sara is even stranger, because the Sa part, written like this, means Buddhist surplice. And a surplice is a type of loose-fitting, white elastic gown with wide sleeves that the Buddhists wear. And then we come to the second part of her first name, the Ra, which means silk or gauze. Now, together this could mean like silk Buddhist surplice or like a silk surplice, which could be a reference to her ranking being the right hand of the Raiden Shogun, since silk is often given to those of higher rank. But if this is the case, I'm not entirely sure. But it is interesting to think about. Wouldn't you agree? Moving into the mythology that our girl is based on, Sara is based on what is called a tengu, or a heavenly dog, which in Japanese folklore is a type of Shinto god or yokai. In Buddhism, the tengu are long thought to be disruptive demons or harbingers of war. But over time, this slowly softened into one of a protector, which is roughly how they are depicted today. But despite this, they are still considered dangerous spirits of the forest and mountains. Now, there are a few variations of Tengu. However, Sara herself seems to be based on a type of Tengu called a Ko-Tengu, which are usually depicted to be more bird-like, which would make sense since Sara has crow-like wings. Another name for these Tengu is also Karasu Tengu, which literally means crow Tengu. Now, the term Tengu, and the kanji characters used to write it, are actually borrowed from a fierce demon in Chinese folklore called the Tiango. The Tiango has a variety of descriptions, but the most common seems to be that of a fierce, human-devouring canine monster that resembles that of a shooting star or comet. Which is why one of the biggest mysteries today about the Tengu is how it changed from being a fierce canine monster that devours humans to that of a birdman in more modern depictions. And it is still a mystery today how this occurred. Alright, moving on to one of my favorite parts of the video, the voice actors. Starting out with Sara's English voice actor, Jenny Torado. Now, Jenny Torado has quite a few interesting roles, starting with Android 21 from the Dragon Ball FighterZ fighting game. Not only that, she has also voiced the female version of Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Some of her anime roles include Katarina Kleiss from My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, Zira from Fairy Tail Zero, and Victoria from Tanya the Evil. Moving on to Sara's Japanese voice actress, Asami Seto. Now, Asami Seto has plenty of cool roles under her belt. A few of those being Lind from Fire Emblem Heroes, Jessica and Azusa from Grand Blue Fantasy, and some of her anime roles are Chihaya from Chihaya Furu, Raftalia from Rising of the Shield Hero, and, last but not least, Mai Sakurajima from Bunny Girl Senpai. And with that, we come to the end of our Kujou Sara character dive. Now, before I go, how about a hint at who the next character will be? But before that, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, comment below if you have something to share, and subscribe for more videos like these. Alright, now listen up closely for your hint. Have you figured it out? Let me know down below. With that, Mr. Howery,